H-1B visa. Can H for spouses work with EAD limitations? Imagine moving to a new country and starting a new career while supporting your family. If your spouse holds an H-1B visa, you might wonder if you can work in the United States. Well, the answer depends on your visa status and whether you have the right work permit. Certain spouses of H-1B visa holders, known as H for dependents, can work legally in the United States if they get an Employment Authorization Document, or EAD. This document is a work permit that allows them to work for any employer, whether full-time or part-time. They can even start their own business if they want. But there are some important rules to keep in mind. To qualify for an H for EAD, the H for spouse must be in valid status and physically present in the United States. They also need to meet specific conditions. For example, if the H-1B spouse has an approved I-140 immigrant petition, which is a step toward permanent residency, or if they have been granted H-1B status beyond the usual 6-year limit, then the H for spouse can apply for the work permit. Once approved, the EAD is usually valid for as long as the H for status is valid. The H for status is tied to the H-1B visa holder's status. So, if the H-1B visa holder loses their status, the work authorization for the H for spouse ends too. Getting the EAD is not instant. It can take 6 to 8 months or longer for the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services to process the application. Starting in 2025, delays might increase due to changes in the processing system. The EAD's expiration date generally matches the expiration of the H for status, which is shown on the Form I-94. To keep working, the H for spouse must renew the EAD before it expires. Renewals can be filed up to 180 days before the current EAD ends. If done on time, there might be an automatic extension of up to 180 days while waiting for the renewal, but only if the H for status is still valid. It's very important to keep track of the EAD expiration date and renew it early to avoid gaps in employment. If the H-1B visa holder's status ends or is lost, the work authorization for the H for spouse also ends. Sometimes, delays in processing can cause temporary gaps, especially if automatic extensions are not available. For those planning to work, it's wise to apply for renewal early and keep all documentation handy. The good news is that once approved, the EAD offers a lot of flexibility. H for spouses can choose any job or even start their own business without needing employer sponsorship. This can be a great way to build a career in a new country and support your family's future. In summary, yes, H for spouses can work in the United States if they have an approved EAD. But they need to stay on top of renewal deadlines and ensure their H for status remains valid. With careful planning, this work permit can open many doors for career growth and financial stability in a new environment.